Hi everyone, Don Singletary. I'm excited about this video. I call it the fast start to trading the micro index futures. And as you can see, I'm getting ready to trade for the day. I have the CNBC morning squawk screen up. It gives me the lowdown. There's several sources. You can get one at Yahoo or the Financial News Channel. Take your pick. But I subscribe to this one that I get email every day. It lets me know how the markets are going to open. It talks about any Fed meetings, government reports, earnings reports, the highlights of the news for the day coming up, and all kinds of things. And it's a good idea to get your mind in tune with the market before you begin. Now, I just opened my trading software for the day. Let me explain. I'm going to be using Tastyworks broker software trading platform. And the reason I've selected it, their slogan is see it, click it, trade it. It's really easy. It's fast to learn. It's not complicated. Now, there's hundreds of kinds of trading and hundreds of kinds of traders and all kinds of fancy software. But I want to get one that's going to focus you on specifically day trading the Micro Emini stock index futures. And you can see on the screen here on my watch list, I've listed the 4 micros. I've got the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ100, the S&P500, and the Russell 2000. Those are the 4 that you've seen in the book, and we're going to be talking about more. I also later will be talking in this video about a list of things you absolutely must have if you're a beginning trader when you select a broker. And that list is coming near the end of the video. Right now, I want to get more into the particular trading and looking. This screen right here is the NASDAQ100 index, and you can see it's a very broad time period at the moment. This is yesterday's trading over here. And all the way over here on this side is today's trading, and the market opened this morning. Now, all we have to do to get a look at today's trading is go up top, and we'll use the magnifier here, and we'll get a real close look at what's happening today. You can see at 9:30 the market opens. It's opened down this morning, and you can see the MACD indicator on the bottom. The candlestick chart is set for 5-minute increments. Now I want to pause for a second here to explain something very important to you that's going to make this easier to learn to trade these micro futures. I'm using a standard setup in these videos. And the reason I'm doing it is very simple. If I come in with a different trading indicator, I'm trading a different contract at a different time, and I'm changing everything up every time you come to watch a video to learn, it's very confusing. So to add continuity to it, I'm using a setup here that's a very good one. There's nothing watered down about it. The candlestick 5-minute increments, I'm going to be trading the NASDAQ100 Micro Stock Index Futures contract, and I'm going to be using probably the most popular trading indicator in the world, used by millions of traders, called the MACD. I talked about it in an earlier video, the Moving Average Convergence Divergence Indicator. It's a sophisticated setup, but what's going to make it simple is I'm going to use the same way every time to make it easier for you to learn as you go through the videos. I have no doubt that over time you'll be making your own changes, perhaps use different indicators and charting styles, and that's fine. It's as it should be. But right now, let's get you in the door and on your way to start trading. Okay, it's time. We finally get to the fun part. This is a typical day's trading, not any particular day. It's just like when you go to a new place, you want to get a feel for the territory, find out what's there, what's going on, exactly how it works. You're getting orientated, and that's what we'll be doing now in this next part of the video. On this particular day, you can see the market opens at 9:30 per usual Eastern Time. And in the first half hour, from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, the market starts going down. By 10:15 or 10:20, The market is down, then it heads back up again. But look at the MACD indicator on the bottom as the market changes directions. You can see the momentum changes, but not quite enough for the green line, the bullish line, to go over the red line and to indicate a buy signal. But still, the market goes up anyway. This is a case where the market changes direction, but it didn't have a lot of momentum, and you're probably better staying out of a trade rather than wait for a much better trading signal to come along. Then you can see at about 10:45 the market heads down again, and just a few minutes before 11 o'clock it takes another turn up, except this time just as it turns up, you can see it looks like the green line is going to go over the red line to indicate a buy, and then unexpectedly it doesn't cross over, but close to 11:30 the market's down again. So in an hour and a half, 2 hours in the morning, you've gone through 3 different directions and you haven't really found a good trade signal. Now, I'm sorry, but this is going to happen sometimes. It's going to be typical. You're going to have to be patient and wait for a good trade. And of course, if you make money, it's always worth it. But remember, your other primary goal is to protect your capital. You want to make sure that you don't give up a lot of money on a trade either. Your wins are going to have to exceed your losses, and you're going to have some of both as long as you're trading. Finally, on this particular day, we look down and at about 12:10 to 12:15 in the afternoon, we get the first bullish crossover of the day. The green line goes over the red line in our MACD indicator. And you can see that it holds for a good part of the afternoon, for almost 2 hours, up until about 1:50 to 2 o'clock. You see the convergence of the green and red line coming back together. It's been bullish for a while, but now the market's losing momentum. I would take this as an opportunity to get out of a trade and take my profit. I do want to hasten to point out something here. There was a time earlier in the day, around 11:30, when the green line almost touched and crossed the red line. That would have been a buy signal, but it was just a close call. Now, this time, when I did act on the buy signal, it was just after it crossed over. You didn't have to do it immediately or to guess if it's going to touch, is it going to go across. If it's going to go across, it'll do it. So just wait, be patient, and you'll find out these things don't reverse themselves in 30 seconds, at least not very often. You don't have to make a snap decision in 10 seconds on this. Okay, now let's have some fun. Let's count the money. I bought in on this at about 82.03 and sold out at about 82.20. Not a giant gain, 17 points, $2 a point, it's a $34 profit. If I'd been trading multiple contracts, of course, would have made a lot more, but it would have been more risky. The point is, right now, the thing for you to do is learn. Learn how to make money and keep from losing it all at the same time. Another lesson you can take away from this day on your screen here from 9:30 up until about 2 o'clock, besides being patient and waiting for a good sign, what we did on this particular example was we let the market tell us what it was doing, and we did not try to guess what it was going to be doing next. That's a very, very important point. This is the same chart we were using a moment ago. I just took all the markers off of it so we can see it plainly. The nice thing about this trade, I'm going to introduce you to a new term. It's very simple, self-explanatory really. It's called drawdown. The nice thing about this trade is when we put it on, the market kept its upward momentum for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, up until 2 o'clock. So we didn't really have much of a drawdown during this time. Obviously, drawdown is any negative balance, any losses you have during a trade when it's in negative territory. Drawdown. If you've never done this type of trading before, day trading, the index futures, it's a lot of fun. And let me tell you, before the micro futures, when the dollar amounts are much lower now, $2 a point, but it used to be more scary than it was fun. So it's a real pleasure to be able to introduce people into day trading these micro futures, where we're doing the NASDAQ100 in this video, where it's only $2 a point. But you're in for a great time, and there's still things to learn. And if you haven't set up your trading account yet, I want to talk a moment about what to look for when you're selecting a broker. Selecting a broker, if you don't know what to ask for and look for and demand even, is a hard job. So I'll try to give you a head start. These are the things you're going to have, all of them. Not most of them, not half of them. Must have, non-negotiable, everything. Now, I've been up front. I am recommending Tastyworks as the broker, and there's a link down below. And if you're considering them, you see their charts here today on the screens. I'd appreciate you using my affiliate link below. You have to have deep discount commissions, and on micro futures, this usually means $1 or less. Tastyworks, I think, charges 85 cents plus some pennies exchange fee that are included. By the way, when brokerage companies advertise commissions, they usually say plus fees. They don't include them. So the 85 cents is plus fees, but they all do it that way. Free software, free quotes, free money transfers. A lot of brokers will have you paying for software, and they'll offer you lower commissions, but then make it up when they charge you for software, money transfers, or other services. So you have to be sure and read the fine print on that. Live helplines, no robots, menus, overseas operators reading from scripts. You want real, live, helpful, want to help you, smart people on the other end of the line. And no amount of money, 25 cents or $1 trade's worth it. If you're trying to penny pinch and save money and you have no help services, you're going to regret it. Free videos, webinars, interactive video screen, a nice feature most of the brokers are doing now, where they can actually hook up to your computer and show you on your screen how to achieve whatever it is you need to do with your software. You got to be easy to install and easy to learn, most of all, especially if you've never day traded or traded with futures before. It has to be very easy to learn and have all the full features when you get ready to add things as you get more experienced. Hope you found today's video helpful. Go to the link below, if you will, and click subscribe, and be sure and click the bell also so you get a notification when we post a new video here on the Day Trading Micro Futures channel. My book's available on Amazon. There's a link for that below. Heck, there's a link for everything below. Be sure and click the Tastyworks link if you're looking for a broker. And coming up next video, how to learn to create a trading plan, preparing your reward-win ratio, and how to adjust your win rate target to keep losses as low as possible. This is Don Singletary, and I hope every day is a payday for you. Thank you.